Teresa Waldron. This is my cat Pumpkin. She is 16 and a half years old, and we're here to give you a little gratitude with attitude. It's a Monday morning. It is a beautiful day here on the East Coast of the US. I hope you're having a great day wherever we're tuning in from. I want to do a little deep breathing, share a little drink with you. This is a super full energy drink with some tea. Oh, it's a weird color, but it tastes fantastic. So I don't like to drink a straight energy drink because that's a little too much caffeine. It goes down too easy. So I have a little, mostly 3/4 tea and a little splash of energy drink. Also, a fantastic, this is a coffee with a little bit of Moose Munch caramel flavored coffee. So it's 3/4 plain coffee and then a little bit of Moose Munch coffee with a little chocolate protein drink in it. So fantastic. Cheers to you. Stay hydrated today. Remember to drink enough. So cheers. That's delicious. It's like having a little dessert. I try to do intermittent fasting in the morning, even though there's some calories in that. I try not to eat solid food for a while, as long as I can hold off. Sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's noon, and sometimes I can go till 1 o'clock, because the longer I can do the fasting and have my eating window restricted, the healthier I feel. So that's just me. How about you? Do you do anything, any kind of mindful eating habits? I'd be curious to know. So I'm always looking for new stuff. Drinking a lot of water, time restricted eating, and eating a lot of protein and not so many carbs is really has been good for me. I've been reading to everybody this book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, by Florence Scovel Shinn, and she published this 100 years ago. And but I start our live usually with a little bit of breathing. So good morning. If you're just tuning in, we're going to do a little bit of deep breathing just to get our nervous system relaxed. And if you want to type in the chat, I'm going to do the breathing thing, then I'll check the chat, then I'll read from the book a little. So I'd love to know who you are, where you're typing in from, and if you want to share. If you're not, that's okay too. So we're going to close our eyes if we're not driving, and we're going to inhale through our nose. Okay, and hold it in. We do the same technique every morning, so you should be used to it if you tuned in before. And exhale. Great. Hold that out. And you're going to inhale through your nose. Hold it in. And exhale through your mouth. You can inhale beautiful oxygen. Let it go to all the cells that you have. Hold it. And exhale. Let's do 2 more sets. Inhale through your nose. And hold it. And exhale through your mouth. And hold it out. And then inhale through your nose. Last set. Let's do this together. It's just for you. And exhale through your mouth. Okay. Okay. Johnny. Now we keep it rated G. A 360. Nope. Anywho. This is mom energy. It's for you. You don't have to be cool on here. You don't have to be a tough guy. Just chill. Chill and take a few minutes for yourself. And if you haven't had somebody care about you in your life, you do now. You got me, and you can care about yourself. So have some self-respect. I appreciate that. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, Aisha. Asha. I hope I said that right. Okay. So welcome. This is my cat Pumpkin. She is 16 and a half years old. And I'm T. Waldron, okay? So I'm going to read to you now from this book. It's The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. She is amazing. She published this book 100 years ago. So this chapter, it's chapter 2 right now. You can go back and watch the other chapters because I'm reading a little bit every day. But basically, this is about abundance, how to have abundance and be successful. Thank you. Yeah, this is Pumpkin, and she's 16. Right, Pumpkin? That's right. She's a wise cat. And the idea of this book is life is a game. It is not, we treat it so seriously, and it is. It can be serious, but if we know the rules of the game, we can win. Okay? It's like very cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Reddy. Okay, so having made a statement of high spiritual truth, you can change your old belief in your subconscious, and the error is exposed, and you can put it out. So if you've had these long-held beliefs and you are, believing a certain way, we have the power to change our subconscious, but we have to work at it. And thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. This is the time when we must make our affirmations of truth repeatedly, and also rejoice and give thanks for what we've already received. Okay? Before ye call, I shall answer. And this means, she translates that to meaning every good and perfect gift is already ours. It's just awaiting us to recognize it. So that is so neat. Thank you so much. I appreciate the hearts. We can only receive what we see ourselves receiving. So we have to visualize. We have to say, what do you want? Do you want $1 million? Do you want a beautiful house? Do you want health? Do you want peace? What would you like? There are so many things that we can visualize, but the key is we have to already believe we have it. And that's what I'm learning about this is vibrations. We have to believe it. Okay, I read that part yesterday. So, and she uses the Bible as stories. I'm not per se religious, but I think it gives us good examples. And, even other scriptures as well, So Jesus said to his disciples, say not ye, yet there are yet 4 months, and then come the harvest. Behold, I say to you, lift up your eyes and look at the fields, for they're ripe already. So basically, it's collapsing time. That's a big thing with manifesting, if you are into that at all. So it's really interesting. It's almost like a manual on how to manifest. His clear vision pierced the world of matter, and he saw clearly the fourth dimensional world, where things are as they really are, perfect and complete in divine mind. So we, we get bogged down in our reality, which can, it's all we know. But when we can get to the spiritual world, when we can get to vibrations, and I know this sounds way out there, but it's the truth. I've experienced it, and it's a great way to live. You can have perfect health, love, supply, self-expression, home, or friends. You can have whatever you want if you can get into that vibration. And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's possible. But it takes a lot of work. It takes, you have to sort of change the way you think, and then that changes how you speak, and that changes how you operate in the world. So thank you for all the hearts, and thank you for the likes. I appreciate that, because I'm glad that resonates with you. Sometimes I think some of this stuff is hard to hear, but then it's so powerful. I'll do a little bit more reading, and then I'll check the chat. Everything is finished, and perfect ideas registered in divine mind, which is our own superconscious minds. And everything must come through us. Not God necessarily. It has to come through us. It's already there. For example, a man came to me asking for treatments for success. It was imperative that he raise within a certain time $50,000 for his business. Now this was 100 years ago. So that was more like probably $5 million. The time limit was almost up when he came to me in despair. No one wanted to invest in his enterprise, and the bank had flatly refused a loan. I replied, I suppose you lost your temper while at the bank, and therefore your power. You can control any situation if you first control yourself. Go back to the bank, and I added, and I will treat. Her treatment was, you are identified in love with the spirit of everyone connected with the bank. Let the divine idea come out of the situation. And he replied to her, woman, you are talking about an impossibility. Tomorrow is Saturday, and the bank closes at 12, and my train won't get me there until 10, and the time limit is up tomorrow. Anyway, they won't do it. It's too late. I said, God doesn't need any time and is never too late. With him, all things are possible. She added, I don't know anything about business, but I know all about God. And he replied, it all sounds fine when I sit here listening to you, but when I go out, it's terrible. He lived in a distant city, and I did not hear from him for a week. And this is her voice. Then came a letter. It read, you were right. I raised the money and will never again doubt the truth of all you have told me. She saw him a few weeks later and said, what happened? You evidently had plenty of time after all. And he replied, my train was late. I got there 15 minutes to 12. I walked into the bank quietly and I said, I've come for the loan. And they gave it to me without question. It was the last 15 minutes of the time allotted to him. An infinite spirit was not too late. In this instance, the man could never have demonstrated alone. He needed her to help him hold the vision. And this is what we can do for one another. So isn't that beautiful? Isn't that interesting? She has a million stories in her book about times that she has helped people. Oh, hi, Kenya. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, I love comedy, too. Great name. Who else? Okay, ready? Thank you. And yeah, this is Pumpkin, if you just tuned in. She is a 16-year-old cat, and she's awesome. Right, Pumpkin? Can you turn around so they can see her nice face? No? Okay, sorry. She's a cat. There you go. Turn around. You can do it. Anyway, how is everybody doing today? Are you having a good Monday? I am. It's a beautiful day here on the East Coast. It's about 72 degrees Fahrenheit and maybe 22 degrees Celsius, I think. I have to learn the scale. Yeah, oh, the book name, great question. It is called The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. This is her complete work. She wrote about 4 books, but it's a wonderful book. And I'm glad you're doing great. That's fantastic. And there's actually really cool audiobooks online. You know what I could do? I'll try to look up the one I listened to and put it in the comments, because I listen to that. Like, I'll pop it in when I go for a walk, and it's really wonderful. Oh, Wisconsin, awesome. Oh, it takes a village to raise a village. You know, that's a great saying. And you know, she did use that saying, but also I try not to get political on this channel. I know you're not, and I thank you for that. And that's been a common saying for many years, and that's so true. It does take a village. And we all, you know, we are so individualistic, especially here in America, and then some people I'm imagining are from around the world, but here everybody does their own thing, and especially with technology, we're all very isolated. I'd like to find a way to bring people together, to build, you know, to do good in the world. So I appreciate that sentiment. That's absolutely true, that it does take a village, and we do need to come together. And I'm studying now to get a master's degree in business. Yeah, no, I understand, David, and I respect that, and thank you for pointing that out. You're not promoting politics. I appreciate that, and you know, and thank you for being respectful about that. And I understand you're not. I just sometimes I've had people drop in and try to turn it political. So I just want to be mindful to everybody. 14 Celsius, where I'm supposed to be cloudy. Oh, so that's a little chilly, Darth. And you're back again. Thanks for tuning back in. I remember your cool name from the other day, Darth Viper. Cool name. But yeah, what was I saying? So oh yeah. So this master's class I'm taking, a master's degree I'm taking, one of the things is how different cultures relate to each other in business. Now, certain cultures are more group oriented, where if they're presenting something, they present it in a way how the group can work together to create something. Whereas here in America, it's very individualistic. You know, we're like, I can do this, or you can do that, or you know, you can do this and I'll do that, and then we'll bring it together. Whereas other cultures find a way to kind of create it together, and it's just a different mindset. And it's very interesting to see how different cultures approach solving issues. So yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh boy, Alexandre. Okay, I think I said that okay. Yeah, thanks. I really try. up until I was about 50 years old, I really wasn't, I thought I was living life to its fullest. I mean, I have a family and a job and a, you know, and a good life, really, and I was appreciating that, but I really wasn't caring for myself as my, like my soul. So I've sort of started to do that and realized that, you know, we all have trauma from our past, and that's what my channel is about, is like spending time for yourself, like teaching you what I learned, sharing it, you know, and I learned about caring for yourself and loving yourself, and you know, we don't do that enough. We're just, you know, usually moving to the future and distracted by our computers, by our games, by TV, by distractions, by shopping, and other addictions. You know, there's drinking and drugs and porn and all kinds of things that can distract us. And we need to turn to ourselves and give ourselves some love. So thank you. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to sign off for today because I know it's a Monday and you probably all have things to do. But I have a live every day, so please do tune in again. I appreciate the folks that come back and my new friends. So thank you so much. Right, Pumpkin? Are we going to say goodbye? Do you want to say goodbye? Okay, that's about what we're going to get. She's a cat. Huh, good job. Have a great day. And if you like this content, please do like and subscribe. Okay, take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.